Trokia of Madison.com.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison. This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Today is the day on Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, which I, Ben Brust, pay a debt owed for what? Probably, I'd say, you guys may not know, 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Actually, this might be longer. I think this punishment came from when Scalzo and Brust did a segment with Jason Wilde called The Lottery of Punishment. And one of my punishments was to have to do a stand-up open mic. And here we are at Milwaukee Improv at the corners of Brookfield from 2 to 5 here on 94.5 ESPN, 2 to 3:30 on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, and 100.5 ESPN Madison. The Milwaukee Bucks have the in-season semifinal. I'm Ben Brust. We'll get into that. He's Kyle Wallace next to me, and you're the heartbeat of the show. And are you going to be around for the Ben Brust 4-minute?
Yeah, you know what? I'll be here. I will be here for the Ben Brust 4-minute.
Ben Bust! Oh, no!
I am so sorry.
Kyle's trying to take over your thunder here.
I do not want to put that energy out here, but it is what it is. It's a slip of the tongue, but it might be, foreshadowing what could happen. But no, you're going to kill it. But no, I will stay.
Can I get some courtesy laughs, even if it's not funny?
Listen,
because here's the thing: is what
Kyle's a good reactor, right? I mean, we're talking about
that Minnie Mouse out of here. So one thing I do know about myself is I wouldn't consider myself to be a comedian. I wouldn't consider myself to be very funny, but I consider myself to be somebody who somebody can laugh at. Like, I'll put myself out there, and sometimes it will flop, and I'm okay with that, and you could laugh at that too. So that's what I'm going in with, is I'm going to give it my all. I think I have some good stuff, but if it sucks, I think I just got to lean into the suck.
Yeah, you do. I mean, because that's one of the things. You're already, and it's known that this is an open mic night right here at the Milwaukee Improv, and most of those guys are going to bomb. They're going to struggle, right? You would think so. But I thought your approach, Ben, would be two things I thought of when I thought of Ben Brust on stage. I thought it'd be a roast. I thought you'd be roasting somebody, or it'd be purely self-deprecation. I feel like one of those different extremes.
That's a good point. Maybe I have to rewrite my set in between the breaks now.
Here's my thing. You had how long?
I've had 3 years.
You had 3 years to come up with a set, a 4-minute set. Really, it was a 5-minute set. You just found out it was a 4-minute set. You had 3 years to do it, and you still panicking, don't know what you want to do?
No, I know what I want to do, but Brad brings up a good point. I've built an entire brand across these very airwaves on people making fun of me, or Greg Scalzo coming in and ripping me, or roasting teammates in our office for dilly-dallying, picking their nose, and sitting at their office desk with their thumb up their butts, not actually doing any work.
You weren't here for that.
I heard about it, though. I mean, that was something to behold.
A lot of people do not talk to me anymore because of that. But It is what it is.
Yeah, I just feel like that is more of your brand. But then again, you have to do something that's common, right? Something that the audience can associate with. Yeah.
So roasting or the self-deprecation, people don't know me at an open mic.
Right.
There might be some people in the audience, but I've picked a topic that I believe is relatable to everyone. And that's the biggest goal. Now I have to land the jokes. I don't know if I'm going to do that. 800-990-3776. You can text us. You can also still call us. The text line is back and fully operational, but I still do love that you all can go on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison, where we are streaming, in which Justin says on ChatGPT, did you use that for your stand-up, Ben? No, I did not, and I'm not a sellout. I'm a sellout, but I didn't do it for this.
No, it would have. I mean, ChatGPT, the thing is, it's a computer. It's not human.
Correct.
When you do comedy, maybe you can get a spark from somewhere, be like, oh, yeah, that is relatable to my life and bringing it to myself. But this has to be very personal. It has to be something that you also think will land. And so you cannot go to ChatGPT to create jokes. Just go to your life. There's a lot of funny things. Listen, who goes golfing? You went golfing, right, and you had to go get 30 stitches?
I actually had a call with I don't know if I should talk about this, with the insurance company to make sure, I felt like Michael Scott in The Office in the deposition. I was like, am I going to say something that's going to end up not getting the hospital bill paid for now?
They don't want to pay it.
I asked. Apparently, there's a free from fault amount that they pay. And then they started saying I probably shouldn't be doing this on the air, but whatever. I don't even want the money. I just want the hospital bill pay for it and the ambulance.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you suing?
No, they were like, they're going to see if there's any wrongdoing with the country club. And I'm like, well, you know what? Now that you say so, well, I saw, this person.
What should I say?
Are we both getting paid off this lawsuit? Or
do you want some commission? Yeah. What's going on around here?
Now, Ben, I want to know with the comedy thing, what happens when you hit your first joke
and it doesn't hit?
And it doesn't hit? You're going to say, oh, tough crowd. Like, do you have a game plan for how it's going to unfold?
So, yes, I do. The game plan is use your audience as part of your comedy, right? And because I pick such a relatable opportunity to talk about something, I think if I engage the audience and they can, engage back, they're going to, genuinely just feel like, no matter what, because he's engaging with me, I'll give him a courtesy laugh. Make them your allies. You don't want to be fighting against the crowd. You want to be fighting with it. As we are at Milwaukee Improv, and if you want to, for open mic on Thursdays, 6:15, open to comics trying new material like myself, who's not a comic. I lost a bet. But it's in the corners of Brookfield. It's a great place. There is a show tonight. Nico Santos, been in a lot of movies, which I've heard of, even Crazy Rich Asians, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. If you use promo code ESPN, you get $10 tickets, and there are a limited number available. Like I mentioned, 800-990-3776. And hitting on the people laugh at me or pick at me, we're sitting here getting ready for the show, and you guys had another aha moment together like two dingleberries. Like, did he do that to you? He does that to me.
Oh, my goodness. You're calling us dingleberries, huh? The guy who's afraid of his 4-minute set, even though it only took him 4 minutes to make his baby, thinks that that's a hard thing to do.
4 minutes to make his baby? Are you talking about actually making the baby?
Yes.
Hey! I was going to say it took less, but I'll take it.
I was going to say, that's giving some credit right there.
I'm funny.
That was good. But, so today we had our pre-show meeting. And during our pre-show meeting, of course, Ben ran into my office because he was running a little bit behind doing business stuff because he has multiple jobs here with Good Karma Brands Milwaukee. And he comes into my office and he asks me for a piece of paper. I give him the piece of paper, and then he says, do you have a pen? I say, yeah, I got you. Here goes the pen right here.
You're making me sound like I'm running around with my hair on fire.
It's what it felt like, honestly.
It did. Brian was trying to talk to me, and you were all behind me asking me questions, and then, meanwhile, you're talking, and it was just a little
and I'm gonna we're in the meeting. Ben walks in from this big marketing meeting he had. He goes, all right, what I missed?
Yeah.
Just taking over the meeting. We're we are mid-conversation here, Ben. Thank you.
Ben don't care what's going on. If he's in the room, he's taking over. And so he did. He took over my office, and he's writing. He asked me for a pen, so I give him a pen. I give him the pen, and there was 2 caps on the pen because I had a random cap
The first
there.
pen you gave me didn't damn work.
Well, no, I didn't give – I didn't give him the first pen.
I grabbed
He grabbed the pen off my desk, and I said, hey, does that pen work? He said, yeah. So because I was just making sure the pen worked. He didn't ask for the pen, but, he just used it anyways, and then he realized it didn't work. So I gave him a second pen. The second pen had 2 caps on it, one on each side because I had a random cap somewhere, and I just put it together. And, of course, when I did that, instead of just saying thank you, he wanted to look at me and play with the pen. And after he played with the pen, he used it. Cool, fine, whatever. Thank you. And so at the end of the day, Ben leaves, and I go about my day. And then as I'm gathering my stuff to get ready to come here, I grab my notebook because I always bring my notebook with me. And then I look for a pen, and I look down, and I say, this man done stole my damn pen. He stole my pen. That was the thing that I thought to myself, he done stole my pen. So, I leave, I come here, and what's the first thing I said when I got here?
I hate pen stealers.
I hate pen stealers. I hate pen stealers, and Ben stole my pen.
Coming from a cheap ass, this makes a lot of sense.
I hate pen stealers.
Well, Yeah, and I totally agree, and you and I can relate on this because not once but twice has Ben asked me for a pen.
Oh, I thought it
pre-show
was
prep.
5 times.
And maybe it was like 2. I can remember distinctly. I give him the old, here you go, here's a pen. It's a black hole. I'd never see that pen again. That pen is gone.
It is a pet peeve of mine to steal the pen. So then, I found out he stole your pen, and after we find out, he gave me my pen back, and he actually took it back after that because of the fact that he wants to stand on it because he wants to be the pen.
We have free pens at the office.
So why
exactly
don't you
why?
use the
Yes.
free pens
Why
at
don't
the
you
office?
take them?
I grab like 30 at a time, and then they just disappear.
No,
they do.
You are a black hole. You are a
Dude,
pen black hole.
The pens at the office are the equivalent of like socks in the laundry. You go in with all of them, and then you come out, and one's missing.
See, you're part of the problem of why we run out of things in our office because you just go grab it. If you just freely grab it and you lose it, I'm just going to go grab another pen. And then all of a sudden, if a person like me wants to look for a pen in the cabinet, there's no pens in there because Ben done took 25 of the pens and got them spread across America.
Yeah, and I usually leave a marking. I'm a pen chewer, as Josh DiMaggio, former producer of Scalzo and Brust, now producer of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Did he chew on your pen too?
He sure did.
Nod away.
How do you know, Brad? You didn't get the pen back.
I saw it right there. That you pulled out this pen that Kyle gave you, and it was destroyed.
He had the pen for less than an hour and a half, and somehow he had teeth marks all over it like he was going through trying to teething
It's like I was eating corn on the cob.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Brucey is your dog's name?
Bruce, yeah.
Bruce, it's like Bruce got after it. I mean, it's like legitimately like a dog got after it.
I let him keep the pen. He can have it.
And here's why we know that Ben Brust in our pre-show preparation, right? Like I've got my legal pad, and Kyle's got his notepad, and Ben always writes our ideas and our schedule down on a sheet of paper,
Random
right?
piece of
Every pre-show thing. And how many times has he asked for a sheet of paper? I mean, seriously, you would think at this point, this is 3 months of doing a show. Why don't you have a notebook? Seriously, you always ask for a sheet of paper too.
The last time he asked for a sheet of paper that I remember, he said, "Why don't you go get you? You like the legal pad? Why don't you go get you one?" Yeah.
Hang on.
You used half of his pages.
Yeah.
So you guys are throwing strong accusations out there. Some true, some not.
Oh, they're all true.
Now, when I print stuff out at work, and you ever print stuff out, and you're like, oh, there's an error, and then you got to reprint, and everyone's like, you're killing trees. I repurpose the backside of the printed paper, and those are my show sheets that I keep right under my desk. Today, I came from a meeting late to show prep, so you guys want me to be more late to go to my desk, to grab a pen, to grab a piece of paper. Instead, you're going to be selfish and call me selfish for being a black hole with pens and paper, you cheap asses.
No, Ben, my office that I have can see people walk back and forth. You did not come directly from that meeting to my office. I saw you walk past. You went to your desk before you came to our meeting, Ben.
I forgot a piece of paper.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Don't go over here trying to lie and make stuff up. I see everything in that office, and now I see that you are a pen thief who also chews on pens as well. This is ridiculous, but I'm telling you, the worst type of person is a pen thief.
Kyle, you are really well situated in the office to be able to be kind of like the police, right? I mean, you are the monitor.
hall monitor of the
You really
show.
are. I mean, littering is the thing. We know that.
Don't litter apple cores and bananas.
Yeah, but you really can see everything. And even from outside the office, people can see your office from the front
You
door.
focus on your work and mind your own damn business.
I do. Excuse me, listen. I see everything in that office, and if I see something I don't like, I let people know as well. Only thing I don't see is all the little anything going on in the office. I'm finding out. I know none of the office drama.
That's because you sit on your perch and just watch everybody.
I literally, anybody tell me something, I say, oh, really? How don't I hear any of this?
You kind of got a big mouth is what I hear.
I don't have a big mouth. Listen, I done heard so much and I ain't said nothing. But legitimately, let me know. If somebody say something about me, defend my name.
All right,
Please
well,
Of course we will.
Kyle Brust and Nortman live from Milwaukee Improv at the corners of Brookfield. We are streaming beautifully on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. You can comment there. You can see the beautiful setup. We got some comedians to our right on the stream. And the text line is back. You can call us, text us, 800-990-3776. Got a lot to get to today, but I do want to know your best joke. So these guys are coming at me. I'll be doing my 4-minute set today. If you have a good joke, text it, tweet it, YouTube comment, or call. Because, again, I'm going to be verbal today. I can't text my jokes. If you got a good joke, I want to hear it. 800-990-3776. Kyle said he's funny. He's up next with the joke coming back on Kyle Brust and Nortman, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light.
This is Kyle Broston-Nortman, presented by Bud Light.
You know what happens in May?
What happens in May?
Memorial Day weekend. MDW has a whole acronym. That is the start of the summer. Everybody is guns out because the sun is out and buns out because the sun is out. They don't do that in October. Me and Ben, we like buns. And they only come out in Wisconsin in May.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Sunday morning. You can smell it. Game day. And the brisket you've been smoking since last night. A day to be with family, aka fellow football fans. Traditions make Sundays easy to enjoy. Beers do too. Bud Light. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Do more together this holiday in a new Chevy. Take on more adventure in the strong and capable Chevy Silverado. More confidence in the Chevy Equinox, winner of the J.D. Power Award for initial quality among compact SUVs 2 years running. And more value in the all-new Chevy Trax with an available 11-inch diagonal touchscreen. Bring the holidays together in a new Chevy. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today. For J.D. Power 2023 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Free Food Friday on ESPN Madison is brought to you by Pasquale's Cantina, bringing the flavors of the Southwest to the Midwest. Whether it's Madison's favorite half-price margaritas on Tuesday nights or fulfilling a craving for red chile sauce, friends keep coming back and new friends are made at Pasquale's Cantina. Visit their locations in Verona or Middleton today. Love the food, love the place, love the people. Pasquale's Cantina. Check out their menu and the location nearest to you at pasqualescantina.com.
Legacy Exteriors. Just pick up the phone and let us leave a legacy on your home. Roofing, windows, gutters, siding, and decks. Can Legacy do it? You bet. Better prices, better warranties. Legacy always makes it easy. Go to legacy-exteriors.com. Legacy Exteriors. Just pick up the phone and let us leave a legacy on your home.
Join Circa Sports at Casey's Cabin in Spring Grove, Illinois, before and during the Wisconsin-Arizona basketball game on December 9th. Circa Sports will be hosting an outdoor tailgate and an indoor watch party. Come across the border and place your bets on the game. Download and find the Circa Sports app today for exclusive Circa Sports giveaways. Bet on your favorite Milwaukee and Wisconsin teams with Circa Sports and go to circasports.com.
All Circa Sports bets must be placed in Illinois. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLING or text GAMB to 833-234.
Ever wonder how the best athletes find the power to jump higher, cut quicker, skate smoother, drive farther, and stick the landing? At Prevea Orthopedics in Green Bay, we know power starts with the hips. That's why Dr. Michael Ryan and our team of experts provide comprehensive and advanced expertise in hip care, unlike anywhere else. Come to Prevea Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, where we can preserve your hips so you can pursue your goals. Prevea Orthopedics, specializing in you.
I'm attorney David Gruber. We've helped injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust our hometown team to get you back in the game. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
You're listening to Kyle Broston-Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Brad Nortman for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. If you missed yesterday, us having the one and only Gina Della from Pella on in our 4:30 hour.
We're dummies, by the way.
Why are we dummies?
Or I'm a dummy, at least. And Austin, her son, who works with us, is a dummy because it was her birthday yesterday. I had a text her
Okay,
at
I saw that too.
last night.
I saw that after the fact as well. I would have loved to have touched on that on air. And that's because she is the best, and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is the best. Guys, my parents just put in their whole new sunroom, brand new Pella windows all across the whole room. It looks unbelievable. Patio door leading out to the patio. It has the shade between the glass of the door. It's unbelievable. The type of innovations that Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin are putting out there is incredible. And now is the right time to change your windows and your doors because they're putting on a no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. Installation can be as little as a day. But hurry, the deal ends December 31st. So schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Feeling like we're wholesome again, as it is Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light. I'm Ben Brust. That voice you heard was Brad Nortman. And to my left at Milwaukee Improv is Kyle Wallace, the heartbeat of the show. We're streaming on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. 800-990-3776 is the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line, because we're back in action on the text line. So hit us wherever you want to find us. But in honor of the 4-minute set that I have to do at open mic, I got to test you guys. You guys will be there for my material.
This is so tough.
Oh, yeah?
No, it's not.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's not tough because
you
of the fact
told me you were funny.
I am hilarious, but I am X-rated, rated R, rated mature type funny. I am not FCC approved type funny. I am not that type of funny. I am not, this is good for kids. No, I am straight up Bernie Mac, late night, type stuff. I am not PG. I can't do anything on the radio. I'm going to get canceled. I would get absolutely canceled, or the conversation will be, hey, guys, we definitely want you guys to be creative and create content, but there's a line you have to draw.
I want to tiptoe the line, Kyle.
You want to tiptoe a line here, or are you talking about – no, listen, the lines I tiptoe, let me tell you. You guys have heard me say some things off mic before. Some of the stuff I say off mic, I can't say on air. I'm highly offensive. Highly, highly offensive. And the last thing I want to be known as
nothing like telling the whole audience I'm highly offensive.
No, I don't want to be known as misogynistic, racist type thing. I don't want listen. I don't want to be labeled by anything. I'm trying to build my career. I don't want to get canceled within 3 months. Because I would get canceled, 100% canceled.
In today's culture, you got to be a little careful, too.
Yeah.
All it takes is one line.
Listen,
all right, you guys are lame. I'm done.
Hold on. I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
I can think of one. So
That's all I'm asking for. I didn't need the whole
soliloquy on culture.
I said, you guys think I can talk about Bill Cosby?
Canceled. I'm X-rated. I'm Kyle
Wallace. No, I said, can I talk about Bill Cosby? You guys are like,
I didn't say that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know where you're going with Bill Cosby.
Okay.
This is public radio. This is radio.
You're as handsy as him or something?
I was going to say.
I'm just trying to protect you, Kyle. I'm trying to protect you.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
I'm protect nobody. I want to cross lines. All right, Brad.
All right, so I wouldn't consider myself, super funny at all. I'm more, reactive, too. Like, if we're in conversation, I notice something, and I can spin it. That's probably where I'm more funny. So, for instance.
Would you say more witty?
Witty. That's a good way to put my type of sense of humor. And, so I've on Twitter, I follow a couple of, pun accounts. I think those are freaking funny. So one I heard the other day. Now, hold on, let me hear this one.
Who's there?
Those give me
he's
one
gonna tell us a popsicle joke.
No, I'm not going to tell you one. You guys don't. With that reaction, you don't deserve to hear one.
What time is your tooth hurt to the dentist? 2:30.
So if you're looking, I'm trying to play the PG angle here, right? To not get the KBN canceled after 3 months.
We can do PG-13. We can do PG-17 if there is such thing.
But here's a witty type of example, right? So when we were in Paris, we had our outfits picked out, right? So I put one on for it was Saturday, right? So I put it on, and it was the sweater, and I haven't worn this sweater in 2 years, right? So I put on this sweater, and it is freaking tight. I mean, it is tight. I'm like, Lexi, did we shrink this thing? But I put it on, and the very first thing I said to her, and I turned to her, I said, fat guy in a little coat, fat guy in a little coat. And it just worked. It worked for the moment because I put it on. It was tight. It was strangely revealing. And that's the...
I'm going to give him credit. He shot a shot.
At least I have a joke to give, and at least an example to give.
I'm sorry that I can't think of any creative jokes that aren't offensive. I apologize. I could talk about my life. But here, listen, my life is full of offensive things. I grew up in a family that has very offensive comments. Listen.
You can't think of one thing that isn't offensive?
I would talk about fat people. I would talk about black people. I would talk about white people. I would talk about religion. I would talk about sexuality. I would talk about all types of things.
Why don't you just try one?
No,
try one that's like the bottom shelf.
Everything that comes to my mind will get me canceled. I'm telling you right now. When I say, listen, yeah, because everything I talk about is current events.
800-990-3776. That's the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. See if you can be unlike Kyle and come up with a joke that doesn't get you canceled.
I'm literally trying. Brad's joke, you gave it a try.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna swing.
So what I will give you credit for is you did take a funny moment from Chris Farley, a local comedian who is buried in Madison.
That's a Chris Farley joke?
Tommy Boy, man.
Yeah.
Fat guy in a little coat. And you need,
it was a movie quote. It was a movie quote.
See, you need the context. You don't need a fake laugh. I was laughing because it was like.
I was laughing because
was it a reach?
It was yeah.
But even for a movie quote.
But that was clearly a joke that your wife is gonna be like, oh Brad, you're so funny, sort of thing, mass audience. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She probably thought you were like, oh babe, you're so cute and funny. Meanwhile, Kyle.
Yeah, a little tougher crowd. Tougher crowd right here on KBN.
I'm just glad to know that Brad is an offensive person. I'm glad you don't go dark like I do.
Yeah, I try not to.
Yeah, listen, I know what he's talking about tonight, and I'm telling you, I got so many dark jokes that we can go through. Man.
This one's long. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to have to do a little bit of
filtering
before I get to that joke. But we'll switch the conversation, and you can continue to give your jokes, 800-990-3776.
Can you give us a joke that you're not going to use tonight?
Oh, yeah. Well, you're putting us on it.
Yeah,
how about you? I would say this is a harder environment to tell a joke on air when there's certain
FCC guidelines and regulations
on what you can talk about than on stage. On stage, you can talk about whatever you want, and people are there expecting to laugh.
I literally make a fool of myself every week on this show. I'm not going to voluntarily have to do it now if Kyle's not going to say a joke because he's too scared to offend everybody.
I haven't been practicing for 3 years. You should be. You have a joke off the top of your head that's clean. You ain't got no clean jokes.
I'm like you, Kyle. All mine are offensive.
My God. That's what I'm saying. Can't get canceled, baby. I got a reputation.
Should I give you the pun that I remember most recently?
Let's hear.
Sure.
I just got a job. The way you guys are even looking at me, you're like, this is going to suck. I just got a job as an executioner. I'll be heading there soon. You guys laughed. That was pretty good. That's what I remember most recently. That's
better than the fat guy in a little cup.
That's better than that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that was between you and Boo Bear. This one was more,
level universal.
Yeah.
What's called the tight shirt? Never mind. I was gonna say that would have been fun. No. See, I'm just too sexual. That is my problem. It'd be funny if you're fat and no pants on and you're like,
Adam.
Wow. That's what it takes to be funny. Dang.
Adam on the text line is oof. What's the difference between a priest and acne? I'm going to leave that one for your imagination.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Hold on.
Oh, my gosh. See, that's funny.
That's funny.
But that's
we
not
can't read that on air.
That's the whole thing. The most funny jokes are always the jokes that are raunchy and offensive. They are.
What about Jerry Seinfeld made a whole career on not being raunchy.
Never heard his comedy show.
Oh. He's one of the best of all time.
One of the best of all time.
Okay.
He wasn't canceled, so Kyle was
I feel like you have to be incredibly observational to have that kind of brand of comedy.
All right, so here's what's going on right now. The Milwaukee Bucks, we're going to be losing 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and 100.5 ESPN to the Bucks, which is great because they're in the in-season tournament semifinal in Vegas. Don't ask me about the details of how they're playing at 2 o'clock in Vegas and 4 o'clock here Central Time on a Thursday. Bizarre, I know. Very bizarre. But what I do want to know is I don't know how people could potentially be dropping their lives from Wisconsin to go watch the Bucks in an in-season tournament. Would you rather get free tickets and go to Vegas to watch this in-season tournament or pay your way to the Giants game? I know Kyle's cheap ass is taking. I think Brad's got a debate, and I have my answer. 800-990-3776. free flight, free tickets to the semifinals of the in-season tournament today on a Thursday, or pay your way to the New York game that the Packers play on Sunday? What would you do? 800-990-3776. That's next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad. Awesome. I had nothing before then. I had nothing before then.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad.
Hey, Russ, what up, Russ?
Awesome. And I'm going to read this word for word.
Yeah,
That's who I am.
all right, let's give him the floor. I'm going to try and fly.
Yeah, don't interrupt, dang it.
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I am the fittest, healthiest, and lightest I've been in years thanks to the team at Carbon World Health. Jim Rutledge here, and I've been working with Dr. Nestor Rodriguez and his training staff for years now, and I've seen my fitness and strength increase steadily. Now I'm seeing weight loss like I've never expected thanks to semaglutide. I'm dropping fat, not muscle, with this game-changing, FDA-approved weight loss treatment. Go to carbonworldhealth.com today to learn more.
Woo! I am thirsty today. Definitely going to need a cold one. There's the one. I'm back again with Wonder from Potosi Brewing Company. Another special Potosi holiday brew in my hand, and Wonder's going to spread that holiday cheer by telling everyone about their latest creation.
Cow pie dessert stout. You've all had the candy from Baraboo Candy Company. They asked us to collab with themselves, and it emulates the cow pie candy. It has caramel, pecans, and chocolate. The cow pie, of course, is a dessert stout, so I would have it with a dessert. You could probably plop in a scoop of vanilla ice cream in your glass, and you would have your own dessert right there.
Thanks again to Wonder from Potosi Brewing Company for joining Ben's Beer Fridge. I can't wait to get my hands on their special seasonal beers, and you already know, this time of year, you better keep that fridge stocked.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day with the family in a rugged and roomy CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days.
See your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
See dealer for financing details.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Lowe's knows how to save pros time and money. Right now, save over $40 on a Werner 6-foot stepladder. Was $115, now just $69.98. And there's more. Get up to 30% off select kitchen cabinet orders. Visit us in-store or online for more deals you can't beat. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid 12/7 to 12/13 on item number 98148. While supplies last. Minimum purchase and exclusions apply. See associate for details.
Hey, it's Alex Stroh. What gets lost in the middle of football season is the fact that the holidays are going to sneak up on you. So while you're thinking of it, there's no better place to go than Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. Diamond Jim, the owner of the store, is in the store every single day, 7 days a week, ready to help you, whether you're looking to take that next step or you just need to treat your special someone or yourself. There's no better place to do it than with Jim at Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. Visit them online, condonjeweler.com. That's condonjeweler.com. Or pop in today on the east side of Madison.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
800-990-3776 on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. It's Kyle Bruston-Nortman live from Milwaukee Improv at the corners of Brookfield, a perfect spot for families with a variety of events throughout the year. New exciting restaurants and retailers coming in 2024, and it's perfect for a date night. And when you got improv shows like Nico Santos tonight, Alfred Robles, Greg Fitzsimmons, it's all coming very, very soon, and you can get some discounted tickets for tonight. Nico Santos, code ESPN to get 10% off. ESPN for 10 off.
Have you been inside of the facility before?
It's beautiful.
Oh, my
It's
gosh.
super cool.
It's so intimate, and you really feel like you're in a comedy club, like a real nice comedy club, which is exactly what this is. But for someone like myself who has never been in a space like this was very impressive.
So
I got to get here.
We asked you before we went to break, because this in-season tournament, whether you figure it was a success or a failure or confusing or good or bad, the Bucks are playing at 4 o'clock, and you can hear a lot of that coverage across our stations. But the interesting question to me is, with it being a Thursday, and I want you to take your life into play here. You're offered, you have 1 week to figure it out, right? You can go, the Bucks won, I believe, on Tuesday, and next thing you know, they're flying and they're playing in this semifinal. Would you rather have to figure out a way to pay your way to New York to go to a game for the Packers, or would you rather get a free flight this is the caveat, on Spirit or Frontier, Kyle's Airlines, and go out to Vegas for a tournament that people don't even know if it's going to be good or bad? Let's go to Dustin in Waukesha, because, people are going to think this is my answer, but I want to hear from him first. Dustin.
You're going to Vegas. I don't care. I mean, come on, guys. This is the first of this kind of tournament. Now, is, the chance to beat LeBron, who's already said, hey, I really want to try to get this first championship. Come on. It's Dame time, baby. Let us go. Giannis, take it to the house. Crush LeBron. Get the trophy. And mind you, my birthday is Monday. So I would like to not fly into LaGuardia and then go sit with Giants fans that are depressed that their team is crap. No, man, let's go to Vegas. Let's have some fun. Let's do that. Thank you.
I love it. You know what, Dustin and Waukesha, I stand with your prerogative of you do what is best for your birthday and your life. But to me, again, if I'm Dustin, he can stand with himself. If it's my birthday, I want to go watch Jordan Love at MetLife over go to Vegas, where I've been 10 times already.
Stop it. You ain't trying
No,
to watch.
I don't want to go back to Vegas. I got a baby coming. I budgeted for the money that I lost last time I was there.
Listen, if I had a choice to go see Jordan Love throw touchdowns, Love for touchdowns.com.
LoveForTouchdowns.com, up to $2,500, boys. I got a late donation last night.
I mean, I love me some Jordan Love, but you know what else I love? Strippers. The club.
Mark that. Mark that. If that is not a liner, by tomorrow we fail this show.
That's what I want for my birthday. Listen, Jordan Love, I'll see you one day, buddy, but I'm getting a free trip to Vegas to watch Giannis, to watch Dame, to be part of history.
Oh, my gosh, you can watch them here.
I'm talking about this is Vegas, baby, all the high rollers. Listen, us broke common folks, we can't just drop everything and fly out there on Thursday. I'm going to be kicking it with the rich folks who know how to party. So I'm going to have a real good time.
You know what rich folks can smell out?
What can they smell out?
A fraud like yourself?
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell Craig, listen. Make me one of the people for this weekend, man. Let's party it up. I'm telling you. I'm rather going to Vegas because I want to see the Bucks do something very special.
But is it? We don't even know if it's very special.
It's cool, though. It's different.
Sure. I think all Bucks fans would absolutely be happy if they win the in-season tournament. But if they beat the Giants, they have won. If the Packers beat the Giants, they have won 5 of their last 6 and get closer to the playoffs. And you get to see Jordan Love ascending in New York at MetLife. That's bigger to me than the in-season tournament. I'd rather pay my way to go see 10 sling the pill at MetLife.
All things equal, if you had to pay for both, I would certainly take the Packers in the Giants game. But the fact that you can go free to Vegas, I would absolutely do that.
Your back's gonna hurt after the flight?
You can order a couple of drinks for that. You can loosen it up that way.
It ain't free anymore now. You're spending as much on drinks as you would the ticket.
That's true.
Price of the ticket.
I would just take the Vegas one for a free trip out there. I think it's intriguing. It's different. And honestly, to see the Bucs play, they're interesting. They're fun. Look, this Packer team is somewhat interesting and fun for sure. But, man, the Giants, that team is a hopeless, hapless team right now. Tommy DeVito's the backup or the quarterback who's a backup. I don't think this game is particularly interesting. I'm actually a little bit surprised it didn't get flexed out of Monday Night Football. If we're talking about this was the Thanksgiving Day game at Detroit, if we were talking about the first playoff game that they're playing on the road, I think I would pay my way there. Now, that is a compelling, fun, interesting, meaningful game. But to go to New York and watch a bad Giants team on Monday night, I don't know. I'd rather take the free trip to Vegas and see a fun product in the Bucs.
Yeah, I agree. And here's the thing, Ben. You've been part of something where people don't know where they could be, and they're basically play and survive. If you win, you go on. When you played in the NCAA tournament, you knew exactly where the next location was, but you didn't know if you for sure were going. So
Correct.
Any Bucs fans that could have bought into it, you knew on Tuesday if the Bucs win, they're going to Vegas, and you knew that the prior weekend before, so you had time to plan a potential trip to go to Vegas. And so fans definitely had time to potentially try to plan that trip out, but it's not even close. New York City has nothing on Las Vegas. You're talking about in December. It is cold in New York City right now. It is nice and warm in Vegas. I can go to a pool party. Heck, I can go to Circle. I saw you there, and it was a great view. From what I got to see on the camera, it was a great view. So I'm trying to get that.
I think the last liner that we played out of the last segment had something to do with buns, and I think that might be what Kyle's talking about right now. 800-990-3776. Speaking of Kyle, let's go to his number one fan, Diana. How do you feel about Kyle saying he likes Jordan Love, but he loves strippers?
That's okay. Does your girlfriend know that?
She is my
Vegas all the way. I heard that.
What are you doing in Vegas?
Vegas all the way. Gonna go party with Giannis and Dame.
Exactly.
All right, Diana. We'll get on a flight, go to Vegas, and then if you get pictures with Giannis and Dame out at the club, then you will be our fourth co-host on Kyle Brust-Nortman.
We actually already have his autographed shoes at home.
That's
I
cool.
wouldn't put it past you after you asked me to sign Mark Tauscher stuff for you live on the air.
Diana don't play.
Thank you, Diana in McGuanago. You got anything else before I let you go, before you get mad at me?
I think he already let her go.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a real tough cookie.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't cut her off like you did last time, Ben. I guess that was a couple times ago. You've learned your lesson since then, not to make Diana upset.
You know what's
No,
crazy?
just what you know. I just setting her up because I'm gonna like cut her off sometime soon. She's gonna get mad again.
You know what's crazy? If I really did want to go to Vegas, I could have probably just got my all-you-can-fly Frontier pass.
You said you have vacation days, but we have a 2-week notice on the air here.
Who said that? Do we really?
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Well, I'm glad I told you now, just so you don't leave us out to dry.
I would have took the kid and I would have broadcasted 3:30, just like ESPN Beaver Dam and ESPN Madison, and I would have been right there kicking it, and then me and Craig would have went to Brian Windhorst, and then I would have convinced them, hey,
okay, no, you didn't do any of this.
Yeah, because I wanted to be with you all. And Vegas is dangerous. You can't go to Vegas alone.
All right, well, here's what we're going to do next. We're going to play over-under, and it's your chance to win a $50 gift card. Chris Larson, who's a real tough cookie as well, has a category. Brad, Kyle, myself, we team up. We get 10 guesses in 3 minutes to get as many correct answers as possible based off the category that Chris Larson chooses. Caller number 6, you will get to choose over or under based off the category that Chris has chosen. Caller number 9, you are stuck on the other side, but either way, one of you will be walking away with a $50 gift card. Over under, 800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-3776. Caller 6, caller 9. Coming up next for $50, over under, live from Milwaukee Improv. It's Kyle Brust-Nortman, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light.
This is Kyle Broston-Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
The fact that I, within a month and a half, would have an opportunity to have Sierra thinking about me, oh, my goodness. I signed up to be with y'all, but I will happily be with Sierra.
All right, take it easy. Put it in the pants. Put it in the pants.
Stop it. Not that type of happy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts. Following Wisconsin men's basketball's big win on the road Tuesday night at Michigan State, head coach Greg Gard and the Badgers look forward to the #1 team in the country this Saturday as the Badgers travel to take on Arizona. Head coach Greg Gard.
Yeah, I think whenever you're playing against good teams, and specifically when you go on the road, you have to be able to control tempo to a degree. You have to be able to get to the free throw line.
The 23rd ranked Badgers, now winners of 6 in a row. Tip time against #1 Arizona on Saturday, set for 2:15 p.m. on ESPN.
Unwrap your gift now, but pay later. Right now at Pella, put no money down, no payment, and no interest for up to 18 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Join Circa Sports at Casey's Cabin in Spring Grove, Illinois before and during the Wisconsin-Arizona basketball game on December 9th. Circa Sports will be hosting an outdoor tailgate and an indoor watch party. Come across the border and place your bets on the game. Download and find the Circa Sports app today for exclusive Circa Sports giveaways. Bet on your favorite Milwaukee and Wisconsin teams with Circa Sports and go to circasports.com.
All Circa Sports bets must be placed in Illinois. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLING or text GAMB to 833-234.
Zimbrick Chevrolet.
When was the last time you had your oil changed or your tires rotated? Do you need new tires, a battery, perhaps some windshield wipers? Zimbrick Chevrolet Service Center is equipped to help you with routine maintenance, major repairs, and everything in between. Get your free battery inspection coupon and schedule an appointment today at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Don't overpay. Shop Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie.
Main Street, Sun Prairie, Zimbrick Chevrolet.
I'm attorney David Gruber. We've helped injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust our hometown team to get you back in the game. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Hi, I'm Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock with Retirement Income Strategies. And what sets us apart is we're an independent, family-run office. We help clients like you understand the financial world and build a portfolio that's in your best interest. To learn more, go to MadisonMoneyGuy.com.
You're listening to Kyle Broston-Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Kyle Broston-Nortman live from Milwaukee Improv. Across ESPN Wisconsin, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light. I like this game a lot, folks, and we are going to play in a second here, but make sure, now that I want to let everyone know, the text line is back. 800-990-3776. You can call or text at that line, and you can get us on YouTube at ESPN Madison and at ESPN Milwaukee streaming live. But, Chris, we're going to destroy you today. It's time for a little over-under.
Will the guys hit the over or will they disappoint? It's time for Over Under on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
It is over under, as the big voice said, and the way this game works, Brad Nortman, Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, we are your contestants. We have 3 minutes to get 10 correct answer, or 10 guesses to get as many correct answers as possible based off Chris Larson's category and over-under. So Randy in Oshkosh, he was caller number 6, and he had the choice of over or under, and he chose over. So we need to deliver for Randy, and that means Matt and Racine is stuck on the other side. Chris, what is the category?
Oh, today's category is the top 10 most influential celebrities in America based on the average monthly Google searches. And the over-under is set at 4.5.
You throw some doozies. So 4.5 is the over-under. Yes. Now you need to re-say what the category is. So most influential.
The top 10 most influential celebrities in America based on the average monthly of Google searches. So I'll give you a little bit more background info here. The top 5 searches in each state are held by only 17 celebrities combined. 12 are musicians, 2 are athletes, and the list also features an entrepreneur, a reality star, and a singer/actress. So the top 10 most influential celebrities in America based on the average monthly Google searches, and the over-under is set at 4.5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, let us, are we good to start? We have 3 minutes to get 5 right.
Okay.
All right, whenever you're ready to go.
All right, 3,
2, 1.
2, 1.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, final answer.
Taylor Swift, number
Beyonce
1 on the list with 4.5 million Google searches a month.
So Beyonce is definitely like we'll put her on this. Like, let's put our top hot ones right now.
Yeah. How about the entrepreneur? I thought Elon Musk.
Oh, good one. Elon Musk.
Entrepreneur.
Who are the good actors?
How many? There wasn't a lot of actors.
There was 12 musicians.
Musicians.
That's a lot.
Jay-Z.
Well, I have Jay-Z, Kanye West, but see, I don't know country music stars and other pop stars. I
feel like country music is too niche.
Way too niche.
Think of like total pop.
Who's the pop star? I mean, who's the no, she's not that.
Like Selena Gomez, like those types.
Oh, yeah, Ariana,
but Olivia Rodrigo, is that like a
She's not big enough. She's not big enough, I don't think.
Ariana?
Yeah. No, Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, she's definitely not.
I like the Ariana. I like the
2 minutes.
What
I like the Miley.
What big movie came out this year?
What the big what?
Movie?
Yeah, you put your hands over here. I thought the same thing.
He said, what big movie? Let's go with Beyonce.
About, like,
final answer.
Oh.
That's tough. Jay-Z, should we go? I mean Rock Nation, is that what it's called?
Aaron Rodgers. He's an athlete. Like, what are the big athletes?
How many athletes were there?
LeBron James.
LeBron James. Final.
LeBron James, number 3 on the list with 2.7 million Google searches a month.
Whoa, slow down. We got 12 musicians out of 17 like total people in the searches thing. Let's focus on musicians. That's our bulk of this.
We don't know musicians.
So we got LeBron, we got Taylor Swift. We're out on Beyonce. Let's go with Jay-Z final.
Boy.
Musicians. Are we
1
dummies?
minute.
I can't think of any musician bigger than those 3.
Kyle, you're our pop culture guy.
I hip hop and R&B. Chris Brown. I don't know. Usher.
He's yeah.
Well, Usher. We was like halftime show.
No, but like he's not influential anymore. Like keep that mindset.
Okay. I think Elon Musk has got to be.
Elon Musk final.
Elon or Jeff Bezos?
Elon Musk, number 2 on the list with 2.8 million Google searches a month.
And he said it was 12 singers.
We need 2 more out of 5 guesses.
30 seconds.
Ariana Grande final.
Ariana Grande, number 8 on the list with 1.7 million Google searches a month.
Adele final. We have 3 guesses. So
Like Bono?
No.
He's influential.
He's old as hell.
Paul McCartney. Like, who are the
This is racing. What are we doing? We don't live in 1975.
9.
Miley
8,
Cyrus final.
7. 6.
Selena Gomez
5,
final.
4.
Justin Bieber.
Oh!
Number 5
2,
on the list.
1.
You guys are such
Two
Bono?
million.
Yeah, Paul McCartney?
Was Justin Bieber on the list?
All right, let's go through the list here then. So, Taylor Swift, you had number 1. Number 2 was Elon Musk. 3 was LeBron James. 4 was Rihanna. 5 was Selena Gomez. 6 was Leo Messi.
Lionel Messi.
Number 7 was Kim Kardashian. Number 8, Ariana Grande. 9 was Justin Bieber. And 10 was Billie Eilish.
Oh, yeah. I
The
like
worst
Billie Eilish.
singer of all time.
Oh, stop it. Oh.
She sings as good as Taylor Swift.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
Taylor
do that.
Swift is better. Don't disrespect
Oh,
Taylor like that.
Brad wasn't here for our true
No.
Taylor Swift take.
Oh.
You guys think Billie Eilish can't sing? Have you heard Ocean Eyes before?
She's
She's
just
okay.
like she talks.
Oh
she's
my
a talk. She's
God.
a talk singer.
A
as well.
mumbler.
Yeah.
Nice echo.
Yeah.
You yelled so loud that our iPad picked that
I
up.
just think it's ridiculous. Billie Eilish is better than Taylor Swift in my perspective.
Yeah, well, you again. This is why Kyle couldn't say a joke earlier because
Yeah.
he said all of his are cancelable. Sexual, racial. What else we got?
Yeah, we'll
That's
stop.
a lot of it.
Religious.
Misogynistic.
We'll stop. We don't need to go revisit the past and old things like that. Let's leave that in the early part of this hour so I don't get canceled.
Chris, I got to know, from 11 to 20, is that a recorded amount on the list? Can you see who those names were?
I don't have that. I only have the top 10.
You don't have that?
Yeah.
Okay. I still don't think Bono was a bad answer.
Rihanna, yeah, I should have thought of Rihanna. But
Rihanna's good.
I'm shocked. How is Rihanna not on the list? Beyonce's not on the list and Rihanna is? That's shocking.
Man, just goes to show, man. That like ends the Taylor Swift Beyonce debate.
Yeah,
I guess
doesn't
so.
it?
Dunzo.
I mean, barrier.
Kim Kardashian's on that list?
I believe that.
That's insane.
I'm surprised Selena Gomez is on the list.
Me too. Well, Selena actually is the most followed person on Twitter. Is that
Is she
correct?
really?
I believe so. We can fact check, but I'm
I
pretty
guess
sure Selena Gomez is the most followed person on social media.
You know, she has like the cooking show, and she has that show on Hulu, and she
she had all
sings. So like, I think she's got her hands in a lot.
Congratulations to Randy and Oshkosh for believing in Kyle Bruston Nortman despite no help from Nortman or Kyle.
I got Elon.
I feel like Ben Brust really carried his weight there. Bono and Paul McCartney? Like, what the hell were you guys
I
thinking?
contend that's a pretty good answer. They're influential.
Elon Musk has
50
the
years
most
ago.
Twitter followers with 161 million.
No, who has the most Instagram?
Oh, Instagram?
Selena Gomez is the most followed woman, actor, musician.
Do you
in
follow
North
people like
American on
that?
Instagram.
No.
Over
Like, I don't follow
429 million
anybody
followers.
who probably has over 100 million followers, or even like a million. I follow people that
Selena's
I know.
number 3. Number 1 is Cristiano Ronaldo with 613 million on Instagram. Lionel Messi's number 2.
Who is that?
494.
Cristiano Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
There we go. And you will win a $50 gift card, Randy and Oshkosh, 800-990-3776 on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. We're live from Milwaukee Improv. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Matt LaFleur, Joe Barry. We got a lot to discuss Packers-wise, plus Jason Wilde and the Take Machine, all coming up soon as we get you ready for 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and 100.5 ESPN's coverage of the Milwaukee Bucks. Stay tuned. 2 minutes. Ben Bruss to tell you about one of my favorite teams in the area, Zimbrick European. For over 3 years, I've trusted them with my car buying process, and I'm never going anywhere else. From Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, their pre-owned and Sprinter vans, they have something for everyone. Don't drive something ordinary when you can drive something extraordinary. I love the sexiest car on the lot that I found this time, a nice Zimbrick Mercedes. Find what you love. Test drive, and they will make leasing affordable. Zimbrick European.
This is former Wisconsin linebacker Chris Orr. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station on Wisconsin.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your SportsCenter update brought to you by Mr. Irrelevant. Join Alex Strofe and a featured special guest every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, exclusively streaming on ESPN Madison's social media platforms. Also, subscribe to hear the Mr. Irrelevant podcast on Wisconsin On Demand or wherever you get your podcasts. Milwaukee Bucks look to clinch a spot in the NBA's first ever in-season tournament championship tonight. Bucks taking on the 4-seed Indiana Pacers in the East semifinal at 4 p.m. Per ESPN Bet, tonight's game features the highest betting total on any NBA game since 1991. Currently, the over-under currently sits at 257.5. Expect plenty of points scored in this one. Pre-game coverage on 100.5 ESPN starts at 3:30 p.m., meaning no Rutledge and no Hamilton on the airwaves today from 4 to 6. Badger women's volleyball also looking for another championship. The number 1 seed Badgers host Penn State in the Sweet 16 of the NCAA volleyball tournament tonight. Serves up at 6 p.m. from the Fieldhouse. Thursday injury report for the Packers. Per Rob Domofsky, running back Aaron Jones returned to practice for the first time since breaking his MCL on November 19th. Wide receiver Christian Watson, Quay Walker, and Darnell Savage all did not participate. Second hour of KBN starts right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison, this is Kyle Broston-Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Live from Milwaukee Improv, it is Kyle Broston-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm getting ready. I got a 4-minute set to do it around 6:15. I've been waiting for 3 years to not do it, and here I am finally collecting the debt. It's Kyle Wallace, the heartbeat of the show, to my left. To his left is Brad Nortman, and Brad, while you were gone, Kyle and I, we were having a conversation about Matt LaFleur because in the turnaround of this Green Bay Packers team, there is a retirement that I've made of Matty Mouse LaFleur. He's gone. He does not exist. I don't even know what that. I don't even know what that voice was. It just was It was a Freudian slip. And so with that, Kyle and I were thinking, if there is an opportunity, we should jump on it. At the time, before the Packers played the Chiefs, was it?
It was before. It was last Wednesday.
Yeah, because we came back from the Detroit victory over Thanksgiving, and we're like, man, they've won 2 of their last 3 at that point. Yep, they had beat the Rams, they lost to Pittsburgh, they beat the Chargers, and Jordan Love started to play well. And once they beat the Detroit Lions, there was so much value in Pato Sportsbook. Matt LaFleur, Coach of the Year, plus 10,000. So we had bet $10, and if he becomes Coach of the Year, we would each win 1,000 as 2 bet slips. Now, I'm willing to broker a deal. I don't know if Kyle is.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
We're a team.
Oh, okay.
What if we split that 3 ways?
Sure.
No, you don't have to do that.
No, we'll
you don't have to do that. You guys put your.
No. I'm good with it.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why
when your voice
be?
When your voice gets high, I don't trust you.
Yeah, this is my friend. If it was you, no. But Brad, you know what, Brad? Yeah.
How about this? If we do win 2,000 collectively, we give him 250 each. He gets 500.
Yeah. Would you take 500?
Yeah, I would take anything.
You would get 667 or whatever would be it split by thirds. You missed some time. You weren't around. You decided to choose France over us, so we're not going to give you the whole cut of pie.
You claim you was listening.
But we will get you involved in that. And the reason why I bring that up is because the odds since Matt LaFleur and the Green Bay Packers beat the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday night have gone to anywhere from plus 3,000. I've seen plus 2,500. And why that's important is because they play the weakest schedule in the NFL moving forward. So the New York Giants, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Carolina Panthers, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Chicago Bears. There is no team over 500. There is one team at 500, which I believe is the Buccaneers, if I'm not mistaken. Regardless of whatever that story is, Albert Breer, who writes for the NFL, in a national level, started his mailbag this morning with the tweet saying, Matt LaFleur, legit Coach of the Year candidate. And in order for us to collect at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, we're going to need that national recognition, because that's going to be how Matt LaFleur does that. So I ask you guys, however you would like to answer, because I know, Brad, you've been gone a little bit. What has impressed you most about what Matt LaFleur has done since you've really been on these airwaves?
Yeah, when you look at Coach LaFleur and his body of work, there's no doubt, and we never doubted his ability to coach football at a high level, right? You can't win 13 games 3 years straight and win the division and make playoff runs like he did. Clearly, he is capable as a head coach. The question was he right for this young team? We know he can have success with veterans. Can he have success with young guys? Because it's a completely different skill set that you need to be able to shape and grow and develop young guys, as opposed to just manage and game plan with older guys. So for me, two things jump out that he has done with these incredibly, incredibly young cast of characters, and that's two things. Number one is game plan. I mean, he is putting together game plans that, look, these guys, these young receivers, running backs, even offensive linemen, tight end, and of course Jordan Love, they're playing well, but they're not perfect. They are very limited and very flawed. He is putting them in incredible situations to be successful. You can see that unfold now, to be able to where you're seeing plays develop in week 10 to have a different look of it in week 13 and even quarter 1 and quarter 3. So he's putting together game plans and plays to just make it look like, okay, there is an open receiver, or there's misdirection to allow for a guy to be open, or even just Jordan Love. Here, you need to make this read. If you make this read, then you know this. If it's not there, you go this way. You have to set your guys up for success, and he's doing that. I didn't think he was going to be able to. We had this analogy where we talked about he had success with high school students. He's like a high school teacher. He's a fun youth group guy, and he's used to teenagers, and he has comfort level with them. And he got reassigned to the daycare, and he's dealing with toddlers. And I think there was some real doubt that he'd be able to connect with them. We now know that he is more than just a high school teacher. He is a great teacher in general to be able to connect with the young people. So game plan. And the other thing is comfort. It wasn't long ago that Jordan Love, he looked like he was aiming, struggling, inaccurate. And what did Matt LaFleur do? He probably told them a lot more privately, but publicly he said, hey, just let it rip. Just let it go. Let it be fluid. Let it run. And since then, Jordan Love has been a completely different quarterback. Those are two signs of a great coach. Great game plans, making your players very comfortable to play the game that they want to play. He has done both, and it is showing up on the field.
Brad, I absolutely agree with everything that you said. And here's my thing I'm going to say about Matt LaFleur. When I was a kid in middle school, we talked about virtues. What are the different virtues? And one of the virtues was patience. And let me tell you, Matt LaFleur is virtuous because he has the patience of a saint, and he was able to be patient with these young group of players that he worked with. We already know this is the youngest team in the NFL. When they opened up the season, they had the most players on their opening day roster, their 53-man roster, that had basically no experience, no previous in-game experience. 17 players of the 53 had no NFL in-game experience. So to be able to take a team that had that amount of youth, that amount of inexperience, and get them to this point is incredible. It is absolutely a masterclass of coaching that we have seen from Matt LaFleur. And again, this team, not only was it young and inexperienced, but also they were losing. Losing can become contagious. Losing can become terrible for a locker room, and then all of a sudden you have fractures in locker rooms. You look over there in Carolina. Carolina has a fractured locker room. You have players talking about coaches going behind players' back. It is hard to keep a locker room from crumbling, especially when you're youthful and you're losing football games. Matt LaFleur was able to take a team that had no real leader coming back from this year, because let's be honest, David Bakhtiari, you can look at him as a leader, but he got hurt. Aaron Jones has been hurt all year. Jair Alexander is definitely not a vocal leader for that team. You were trying to groom somebody in Jordan Love to be that brand new leader. He was able to take all these young pieces, put them together, and stay patient, stay the course. When they went 2-5, he didn't go and say, he didn't go on a press conference and bash anybody. He stayed positive and said, hey, listen, we're going to get there. That's what's going to happen. We're going to eventually get there. So the fact that Matt LaFleur was able to turn it around in this season, and not just turn it around in this season, beat good teams. It's one thing to beat bad teams.
Yeah.
It's another thing to beat first-place teams in your division. It's another thing to also be in all these games. There was only one game, which was, I guess, two games. Two games the Green Bay Packers were not in this season. The game against the Vikings and the game against the Lions. Every other game that the Packers stepped foot on the football field, that team was in the game. And I have to give credit to Matt LaFleur for being able to get his guys prepared to play well and not really be concerned about the inexperience that we used to talk about. So this is why Matt LaFleur should be the coach of the year, because he has taken the youngest team with the most inexperience, with a brand new quarterback, to the brink of potentially making the playoffs.
This kind of success with this young of a team, it would be unprecedented. I would love to know what the youngest team is in NFL history to make a playoff, and I would say this team has to be right in line with it, if not lower, and you can't overstate how important experience is. I mean, the game moves fast, the playbooks are complicated, and everyone hits hard, and that is a hard thing to experience and succeed in without experience. And these guys don't have experience, and they're doing it.
So for me, the biggest thing in, like, we kind of tiptoe around it. I've mentioned over and over, D-Bach, Aaron Jones not being here, the young wide receivers and rookies. That in itself is impressive, but do you know how hard it is in year one to follow a freaking legend?
Yeah.
It is impossible to follow a legend. Like, I think specifically, like, Bo Ryan, what he did at the University of Wisconsin from a basketball perspective was unprecedented. Like everyone was so initially very hard on guard. He went to 2 Sweet 16s initially right after Bo Ryan stepped down.
Bo's team.
And then it was Bo's team. And then when it wasn't Bo's guys, it was guard can't recruit. And then he won a Big Ten title and another Big Ten title. He still doesn't see the tournament success I think fans want. But my point is, when you are following a legend, you are going to be viewed in a lens that is unfair to you, whether you like it or not. Whether you, Brad, Kyle, or me, or anyone listening right now around the world, yes, around the world, because you can stream us anywhere, YouTube, Wisconsin On Demand, call us, text us, 800-990-3776. My point is we only know Aaron Rodgers for the last 15 years of our life throwing the football. So even when we see Sunday Night Football throw the graphic up of Favre to Rodgers to Love, that itself is unfair. And we're doing this in his first year as a starter. So to me, for Matt LaFleur to put this team in a place to be successful and for Jordan Love to follow a legend and to carve his own identity as quick as he has, that is growing in terms of impressiveness for me.
And I think that is the reason why Matt LaFleur should also get credit. It's what he was able to do with a young quarterback. Again, from what I've been told by everybody, what we're seeing in Green Bay when we saw Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, that was special. It's impossible for it to happen again. For that to happen again speaks volumes about what Matt LaFleur and what the overall organization has done to surround him around coaching, right? We talked about Tom Clements, but also coaching that can help him thrive and succeed. And so, again, that should also play into it, following the legend, having a better record this year, potentially, which they probably will, having a better record this year than what they did last year with Aaron Rodgers and less veterans on that team. That also should play into the voting as well, because that is impressive. How well can you maximize the talent on your team? Are you going to have your team overachieve? That's what this award is about. Because if it was about the best coach, then Matt LaFleur would already have multiple Coach of the Years. It's not about having the best record and the best team. It's about the coach that has the most impressive year coaching, which right now Matt LaFleur is him and maybe one other coach.
Live from Milwaukee Improv, you're listening to Kyle Bruston Nortman, and we're going to get to Jason Wilde because we do have to get you all on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and 100.5 ESPN Madison to the network pregame show starting at 3:30 on those stations. We'll be on 94.5 until 5 o'clock. We'll be back with Jason Wilde.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
And I said, it just came out. I said, are y'all going to talk the whole show like this? Good for you. For the next 25 minutes, all they said was they started ripping me. Oh, you going to clap like that the whole time? You going to laugh like that the whole time?
No.
You going to lean back like that the whole time? Why don't y'all go sit over in them open seats?
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord or taking in a snow day with the family in a rugged and roomy CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days.
See your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
See dealer for financing details.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
The standards have been set from quarterbacks that have been here before us, and you're trying to continue to raise your game until you get to that bar.
This is your Green and Gold Fix on 100.5 ESPN.
You're going to evolve throughout the course of the season. It's always the fine line of what's too much.
This Green and Gold Fix is driven by Metro Ford.
After a 2-5 start to the season, the Packers have won 4 of their last 5 and are in the playoff hunt. The turnaround has been fueled by the growth of quarterback Jordan Love. During Green Bay's current 3-game winning streak, Love has thrown for 857 yards, 8 touchdowns, and no interceptions. ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter believes the Packers' playoff hopes hinge on the continued hot play of Love.
I always thought the quarterback was good. He started out looking good, and then he looked terrible. And then he's played great. It shows you that if he's playing at the level that he's capable of, that they're going to be a playoff team. If he's not, they're not.
Love and the Packers visit the 4-8 New York Giants Monday night. Kickoff from MetLife Stadium is set for 7:15.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
Legacy Exteriors. Just pick up the phone and let us leave a legacy on your home. Roofing, windows, gutters, siding, and decks. Can Legacy do it? You bet. Better prices, better warranties. Legacy always makes it easy. Go to legacy-exteriors.com. Legacy Exteriors. Just pick up the phone and let us leave a legacy on your home.
Hey, it's Alex Rowe. Football season is officially here, which means you better be doing it right with my friends at Door County Distillery. If you're a whiskey fan, you can't go wrong with the 9-time award-winning single malt whiskey from Door County Distillery. Maybe you like gin. How about that classic green bottle of gin from Door County Distillery? Or maybe it's the cherry brandy to mix up in your old-fashioned. Whatever it is, choose Door County Distillery. Visit their website, doorcountydistillery.com, for the retailer nearest you and all of those unique cocktail recipes. That's doorcountydistillery.com.
At LASIK Plus, each one of our patients is unique, so we customize their journey to them.
I have a million questions about LASIK and a busy schedule.
All good. We offer free virtual consultations for just that reason.
I can't stand my contacts, but to be honest, I'm a little nervous.
We completely understand. We'll talk about treatment day, your surgeon, and what to expect.
I really need to stay within a certain budget.
We got you. LASIK Plus has financing options to get you where you need to be. From our free consultations to our patient app to our amazing staff and doctors, LASIK Plus is making your journey towards 20/20 vision all about you. Let's talk about your journey. Book your free virtual consultation at LASIK Plus today.
Right now at LASIK Plus, get 20% off LASIK in December. That can be over $900 off when treating both eyes with guaranteed financing. Visit mylasicoffer.com. Must mention this promotion and be treated in December of 2023 to qualify. 20% off standard price of procedure cannot be combined with any other offers. Go to mylasicoffer.com for details.
Hi, this is Sarah Tauscher for the Prairie Athletic Club. Bring the family to the Pack this winter and swim in one of their 5 indoor pools or play basketball in one of their 6 courts. The Pack also has a full-size indoor soccer field to train all winter long. Join today or come as a guest and see for yourself why Prairie Athletic Club is voted best place to work out and best thing for kids to do year after year. Stop by or visit prairieathletic.com to check out their membership specials. That's prairieathletic.com. Prairie Athletic Club, family fun community.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
From Milwaukee Improv, and we are presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light, and who has always played a very crucial role in our communities because Anheuser-Busch's 13-plus year commitment to Folds of Honor. And throughout football season, Bud Light has committed a donation of $3 million to the Folds of Honor First Responders Scholarship Fund. This is notable because it is a new platform for Folds of Honor as their primary focus has been involved around military support. So with this, Folds of Honor is aiming to aim awareness for First Responder Scholarship Program, and they will ensure families who have sacrificed so much for the country and the communities receive educational opportunities they deserve. Families of the fallen or disabled first responders can find more information at budlight.com/Folds of Honor. Happy to be joined on this Thursday by Jason Wilde of Wilde and Tausch across these very stations from 9 to noon. Jason, you're with the whole crew. How are you?
Great to have longtime NFL punter Brad Nortman back in the country and back on the program. But what are you doing at the Improv?
So we have a great partnership with the Corners of Brookfield, and in the Corners of Brookfield is Milwaukee Improv. And Jason, going back a ways, we used to do this Lottery of Punishment on Scalzo and Brust with Jason Wilde. And one of the spins in which I spun was to do a stand-up comedy set. And I've dodged it, and I've dodged it, and I've dodged it. And today is the day that I pay the debt. Any advice for me up on the stage?
Well, wait a minute. Are you funny?
No.
He's funny looking. I don't know about.
Well, at least you're self-aware. That's a good start. So wait.
Yes,
so what have you done? Do you have material ready?
Oh yeah. I have something relatable.
Have you tested it?
I've tested it on somebody that you know and worked with. No, because they might be here, so I didn't want to test it on them. I tested with someone who was not able to come, who is in the content world. Maybe he just thinks I'm funny as one of those people that laughs at me. But I'm going to give it a shot. What's the worst that happens, Jason? I get booed off the stage and a tomato thrown at me?
I don't think they throw tomatoes. Do they still throw tomatoes at bad comics? I don't think that.
I'll let you know.
Kyle's got one in his pocket.
I can go stop next door at the grocery store and go grab some tomatoes just in case he sucks.
Jason, what do you think the odds are he gets a genuine laugh? Just one genuine crowd laugh.
And then the rest would be like pity or courtesy laughs.
Yeah, but just even one, really good joke to hit.
If this was, Tausch always talks about his prize picks. If we put the more or less projection at 1/2 of a genuine laugh, I'm taking more.
Okay.
It may only be one, but I think you're going to get. Now again, you didn't test drive the material with me, so will there be video available of this, or is this a no video location?
It's a no video, but I'm guessing because of our partnership, I may have the power to say, when I'm up there, let this one person record. But I don't think I want to utilize that power based off why you're asking.
Well, so I here's the thing. You can always then be a little bit dishonest and tell me after the fact, yeah, they said no filming. And they were very adamant about that. But then if it's good and you get at least that one genuine laugh, I mean, let's be honest, it's not going to be good. But you may get one laugh, and I think that clip is worth it would be worth having. It would be great to have that as social media fodder, and for those of us that are doubting how humorous you might be, to be able to say, hey, look, I crushed it on this joke. I really nailed it. So I know this isn't the best pep talk you've ever gotten. I'm sure Bo Ryan.
No. This really isn't. You're not like Bo Ryan before the Elite Eight.
But I think you'll get one genuine laugh, and I can't wait to see the video of it.
You know who might be getting the last laugh, Jason, is Goot, Matt LaFleur. And I said might. I said might because obviously there's a lot to play out. And what my question to you is Albert Breer wrote about this, and if you didn't know this, Kyle and I, before the Chiefs game, were like, hey, man, there might be some value here. So we went to our good friends at Pato Sportsbook. It was plus 10,000 for Matt LaFleur to win Coach of the Year. We put $10 down to win $1,000 each. Do you believe that Matt LaFleur is a legit Coach of the Year candidate because they have a potential to run some off here?
Yeah, I find this fascinating, and I know that I'm not very fun at parties because of the way I view this stuff. But, when they were 2-5, he was the odds-on favorite to be the next coach fired, right? Mm-hmm. That's what we do here. It's just I hate it. I do. I think he's done a great job. I had an interesting conversation about an hour ago with Sean Clifford and one with Jordan Love about how LaFleur is allowing Jordan Love to what we call can more plays at the line of scrimmage. And if you don't know what that means, when you're watching the game, if you see Jordan go up to each ear hole of his helmet and kind of shake his hands back and forth, that's him indicating that they're running their can play. And they call those can plays because if you don't like the look that the defense is giving you, you can run this adjacent play instead. And so we saw Love do that more in this game than he had in all the previous games. And I was asking Sean Clifford what do I take from that? Is that a sign of faith and trust? He said, yeah, but let's be honest. And I think Jordan would tell you this too. He said, between young guys we had out on the field and Jordan's inexperience and my inexperience, it's probably smarter to be simple, right? And maybe it didn't lead to results, but it could have been really, really bad if we had tried to do some of the things we're doing now. But now we're at a point where we're able to do these things, and the offense is different. And so it's really interesting insight. I'm going to write about it for Sunday in the.
Why does everyone have to touch their head?
It's really fascinating.
I always find it funny that the running back that the quarterback's not looking at touches their head.
That they got it.
Yeah. Just on tape when they go back, how come you didn't touch your head? Did you not know he said can?
Well, that's the whole thing.
They want to
confirm that you did. Did you not know?
I mean, I figured if he says can, you hear it.
You don't know that they hear it.
You might be looking away for a quick minute or something like that.
That confirmation. But Jason, I know you don't like to get into whether or not he'll be coach of the year, but the resume, if they were to win, the last 4 or 5 games, but let's just say they run the table, he should be the coach of the year, right?
Yes, and if they win the Super Bowl, he definitely should be, although it's a regular season award. Look, I get it. Things are going better. But, my issue with this, Kyle, is not the idea of having the conversation. I'm fine with that. I get it. I understand what we do here. But to me, what it indicates is why we have to be more patient about things. Because the same people, not the people on this panel necessarily, but the same people that were convinced that he didn't know what the hell he was doing and that he should get fired are now in this conversation of, well, now they've won 4 of their last 5 and 3 in a row. He should be a candidate to be the coach of the year. And this is why I just get frustrated with so much of the riding the roller coaster. And I get it. Fans are going to do that. I totally understand it. But this is why we should stop short of being so concretely critical, right? Like LaFleur stinks. He's doing a terrible job. These guys are regressing. He doesn't know what he's doing. I think he might get fired at the end of the season, right? I mean, that's what people were saying at 2-5. And now suddenly he knows what he's doing. Did he suddenly, start taking Nuriva or whatever that brain vitamin is that the woman from Jeopardy talks about, Blossom? I mean, or maybe he knew what the hell he was doing the whole time, but it took time for all these young guys to figure out what the hell they were doing and for him to figure out how much he should put on their plates and whether or not those plates were getting larger. I'm just such a process-based person as opposed to results-based that they trusted the process and now they're getting the results. So should he really have been as roundly criticized as he was being for what was happening then when we didn't probably appreciate just how hard the job was? That's all. And I just think the fact that now we're having this conversation is, I don't want to call it comical, but it certainly does tell you just how quickly things change in a lot of people's minds.
Jason, thank you for the warm welcome back to the States, by the way. It's good to be back on KBN, chatting with you. Thank you. Now, one coach that has been on the hot seat that has been more verbal, kind of across the whole state of whether or not he's on the hot seat or not, and due to his defense's performance is Joe Barry. But his defense has been performing quite well this season. Has he assured himself another year with this team in 2024?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's possible that their defense could completely collapse, which would change the narrative. But I don't envision that happening. Saquon Barkley should probably challenge a run defense that has not been very good. It's the one kind of Achilles heel that we've seen from this defense this year. But look, they've been really good in the red zone. They are really good in points. They're 9th in the league in points allowed, fewest points allowed. So they have played winning football far more often than they haven't. So I think I would be stunned if they played as poorly as they would need to in order for him to lose his job, is I guess how I would put it. So I don't see that occurring, and he deserves some credit. Tausch wanted to know if I owed him an apology. I think I've been fair with him. I don't think I've been unfair to him in any way, and I don't think most of us have been. Fans were very frustrated with him in the past, and if they have a crucial game where the defense plays poorly, those same fans are going to be critical again, and deservedly so. But I don't think we've been unfairly critical to him. I just think that his defense has played up to expectations, maybe slightly better than expectations.
At UW Credit Union, our home